Welcome back. Well, in the last video we put together the pine framing and the corrugated tin, created a basic shower area. In this video I do all the plumbing and put a hot water system in and line the inside with some reclaimed timber that we got from our next door neighbour's renovation. Second-hand materials all throughout this build. Hope you enjoyed the video. Welcome back. Well, in the last video you'll see the video where I put together the bathroom area, just the tin walls and the pine framing. This video we're going to go a little bit further and put the plumbing in and line the inside walls and make it look prettier, make it ready for use.
Not a panther. You're not a panther, Nala. Anyway, better get back to work.
Judy's going to give me a hand here pulling out these nails out of all these cedar boards we got from our neighbour. They're doing a renovation, so there's a big job cleaning these boards up. Whilst Judy's over there pulling nails out, I'm going to be putting these studs in to support the sink. You can see there's a little lip on the purlin there, so it needs to be notched out. Fits in like so. So there's the pipe sticking out of the wall. It's a nice neat hole, thank goodness for that. I've got this frog flap which will keep the vermin out and water can just flow out, but I've also got some ag pipe, so that's not going to fit onto here, but they can fit on the end of this pipe here, maybe. So whenever I'm doing a project that's slightly technical, electrical or plumbing or whichever, I'll draw up a schematic so I can see what I need down here. Has got my needs, my hot water needs and my cold water needs. And then I start from a point like the water source to the pump, to my hot water system, to a sink and to an outlet. And all these little parts are these in between. So I can then go to the shop and work out what I actually need to buy and then put the system together. That tap's going to be for the hot water, for the shower nozzle. just don't want to cut myself. You normally use a special cutter for this, and I figured I could get away with it. So I need to supply the water pump with water from the water tank over there. So I'm going to be putting in a bit of this irrigation pipe down through the ground, through some elbows and into the shed there. That way the water pump's out of the weather. It's protected, it'll last a bit longer. Yeah, I need to widen that up to about here. So bear with me whilst I widen the trench.
Yep.
Hello?
Hold it.
No, it's okay, thank you. Need to put in some grommets just to protect from chafe on the pipe. I'll do that down the track. I don't have any grommets just at this stage. There we go. So I've plumbed in the cold side here, and I know I've got to take off these pipes so they don't rattle and that, clamp them off and tidy it up, but now I can do a pressure test. I can turn the water on and look for leaks. No leaks that I can see. It's a bit messier than I'd like it, but for the time being, for testing purposes, I think that'll be fine. I can clamp all the hoses off and make it a lot neater as time allows. Turn the tap on here again. It's nice and hot. Good, that's nice and hot. All works.
Judy.
much fun. Hello, Noah. You're dusty too. Alright, let's get on with it. Let's get on with it. So there you have it, the basic area is complete. There's no toilet in there other than a chemical toilet or a composting toilet perhaps. We haven't decided yet. We'll have something a bit more permanent, a sewerage system or a septic system in the house, but this is just a shed. Well anyway, it works and it makes life a lot more comfortable up here for us. Hope you enjoyed the video. Next video we'll probably be working on the solar powered system. It's nearly complete as at the time of editing this video, so hopefully get another video out very soon. Thanks for watching again, and we'll catch you on the next one.